Alan, after having what she says are lifelong feelings of dog energy. Our next guest, Milk, now identifies as a Pomeranian puppy.
Milk loves nothing more than barking, playing with toys and going on walks with her forever friends and her handler Star. And she joins us today live from Pennsylvania alongside her dad Mike, who is her biggest supporter. Good morning to you both.
Morning.
Good morning. So Milk,
Good
let's start with you. When did you first identify with this dog energy?
So, dog energy is also related to kimono mimis, which is a person who likes to wear ears and tail as an aesthetic. I personally started identifying a year ago, actually. It came across my TikTok feed and I fell in love instantly.
And so why did you choose to be a Pomeranian? What was it about that breed?
Okay, so it's a funny story. When I was little, I remember being obsessed with like the cutest dog in the world. I used to have like the calendars and see them all around in the mall and everything. And I was like, wait, Pomeranians are so cute. And since I'm short, it kind of just works.
So I don't think anyone would argue that you can do whatever you'd like to do if that's how you're feeling. But of course, this is becoming more of a way of life for you, Milk, isn't it? It's not just something you enjoy doing in your spare time. Like lots of people will dress up and do all sorts of different things that they enjoy. This is really, really governing how you feel and how you go about your everyday life now, isn't it? Why do you feel like it's not just something you want to enjoy in your bedroom, but it's something you want to explore in the wider world as well?
I feel like everyone needs to kind of not be sensitive about certain styles. Since it is mostly just me, it really shouldn't be a problem for other people to see and just for them to, I'm not saying to accept it, but to understand it in a way of just being like, oh, this person isn't harming anyone. This is just someone who just wants to have a good time and have fun and just dress up.
Mike, we just talked about people's reactions there and things like that. What was your reaction to your daughter wanting to become Milk?
Well, she's always been different, I want to say. Since she was many years ago. She was always acting like a dog, so we thought it was like a fad at the time. But over time, we started learning, okay, she really likes doing this stuff. It's not just something she just wants to dress up and be, but this is who she wants to be. And it took us a little bit to get used to it, but this is what she is now.
And what were your concerns then, Mike, when Milk starts explaining to you that actually this isn't just something she enjoys doing privately in her own time, but this is something that wants to govern her whole life? How did you and her mum feel about it?
Well, me, I'm okay with a lot of things. My wife, on the other hand, is not really okay with stuff, but we love our daughter, so we just want to see what else she's trying to do, and she wants to be like this the rest of her life. That's really her choice. We can't really stop her from doing anything, and she's enjoying it. Nobody's bothering her about it, and we're okay. We're just going to see where it takes her.
Which sounds excellent, actually. But how do you react like that, and how do people react with you in the real world when you're doing this in your everyday life?
People don't really bother us. It's funny. She'll be somewhere, and people will go, "Wait a minute, she got ears, and she got a tail. Oh wow!" That's usually what it is, and then they want to know, what is she? What does she do? And then when you tell her that she's an influencer, they're like, "Oh, I understand that."
So
That's
it's
usually
cute. So people are curious to understand more about what it is that Milk's doing. Milk,
Yes.
I know you've got a lot of accessories, haven't you? You've got things that you like to enjoy as your dog self. Can you talk us through some of those?
Yes, I can. Okay, so this is we're gonna start off strong. So this is Larry the dragon. He is my favorite toy. He has a little cylinder squeaker. It's like the biggest squeaker I have actually. And then I have my bone as well, which I sadly broke because I was chewing on it too much. But it also had a squeaker, but now it's kind of just like a crinkle. But I love this one so much. I chew on it a lot. And then when it comes to my accessories, I have 3 different tails. So I have my husky tail, which is I'm getting an ear set for it, so I just have this one so far. And then I also have my pom tail, which is a curl tail that is actually like a Pomeranian tail. The one I have right now is a little hypermotion tail, which just is based on a silicone tail. So it just wags like that, even with any like swift movement and everything like what you guys saw in the Truly video. And then I have my collars as well. So I'm gonna go through a few of my collars. Whoop! Here we are. So I have my pink one, which I love so much. I put my dog tag on this one mostly due to the fact that it stays still and actually has my name on it. And then I also have my white one, which is honestly just a little dog bone. I think it's so stinking cute. And then I have this one that also has a dog tag, which is just my black one. I have my pink one that I wear with like pink outfits or with like Neapolitan outfits as well, which is like pink and browns.
You have a lot. You have a lot of accessories, Milk.
And you don't just
I
just have accessories. You also have a handler too. What is a handler, and who is this person's star?
All right, so Star I met actually at a rave and we instantly clicked. A handler basically is a person that just wants to take care of someone else. So basically a handler for me is just, I do it platonically. It's a very platonic thing. I have other friends that also want to see me in this way as well. So it's basically a person that just wants to take care of someone, or in the sense of me as a dog girl, take care of a dog girl. So I just do tricks. I like to sit. I like to play with my toys. I don't play fetch or anything like that. I love playing tug of war though. It's one of my favorite games, and going on walks too.
And that relationship with Star, that is a purely platonic relationship, that you're not in a romantic relationship of any sort?
No. It is completely platonic.
And Mike,
I have another friend that's also.
And Mike, can I just ask a question? Because Kat and I are parents, and I was talking about the fact that we were interviewing you and Milk yesterday with my friends and family, and they were all intrigued by this prospect as a parent. There'll be parents watching today who'll be watching this going, this is ridiculous, the parents need to stop it. There'll be parents saying, one of my children is going through something similar. How have you as parents coped with that? And what would be your advice to somebody who might find themselves in the same position? Because we can see how content and happy Milk is, enjoying this part of her world. And obviously you have enabled her to do that. But what would be your advice to those parents who would be concerned? Because the world is not a safe place in many aspects. And suddenly if you're stepping out of the norm, it can bring all sorts of attention, not always positive, onto your behaviours.
So I think for a lot of people, they focus on themselves more than, in her case, they don't pay attention to their children. They actually want their children to be a certain way that they've always wanted them to be. Maybe they want them to be a doctor, or they want them to be into acting, or they want whatever it is that they plan for their lives. They have their own life. So if you actually let them live their lives, leave them alone, let them do what they got to do, it's not bothering anybody, then they're fine. They don't have to really worry too much about anything else. People are going to bother you. People are going to ask you questions, but that's just part of life. That's an every day. I do a lot of things myself, so I try not to let things bother me.
Well, look, from our perspective, as long as she's safe and she's happy, and she clearly is very happy, then, as you say, being able to support her in that is a really important part of being the parent. Thank you both for joining us this morning and sharing a little bit of your world, Milk and Mike.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead, hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss out, and we'll see you in the morning.